Hello and welcome to English class. Today we are going to learn the 7th chapter from the book Vistas. The name of the chapter is Evans Tries an O Level and it is written by Colin Dexter. Now talking about the author, so Norman Colin Dexter, OBE, was an English crime writer known for his Inspector Morse series of novels, which were written between 1975 and 1999 and adapted as an ITV television series, Inspector Morse, from 1987 to 2000. His characters have spawned a sequel series, Levi's, and a prequel series, Endeavour. Now let us see what the chapter is all about. So the story Evans Tries an O Level, written by Colin Dexter, is an interesting story depicting how a prisoner called James Evans befools all the officers of the prison to escape under a well laid out plan. Despite the best efforts of the prison authorities, Evans is able to escape. In this battle of wits between him and the prison authorities, he has the last laugh. Now talking about the theme of the chapter. So this story, Evans Tries an O Level, the story talks about a criminal Evans who is known as a prison breaker. The prison officials make huge efforts to keep Evans in prison, but he eventually escapes successfully. Though he outwits the officials, they marvel at his ingenuity and wisdom. Now, let me tell you the characters of the story. So, our main character is Evans. He is a pleasant young man and he has not done any violence. He is good at imitation and had been part of Christmas concerts. He is a kleptomaniac. He is called a prison breaker since he had escaped prison thrice with the help of his couple of friends. He is sharp-witted. Now, some more talking about more characters of the story. So, we have the governor. He is an officer of average intelligence but overconfident. He has a poor judge of character. Jackson. Jackson is a senior prison officer. He is a kind-hearted man. He is not very intelligent person and is gullible. Poor judge of character and he takes delight in ordering people round. Stephens, he is a new recruit. He has recently joined as an officer and takes orders without thinking. And our last character is Reverend Me Larry. So he is supposed to supervise Evans' German O-level exam. So before telling the summary of this chapter, let me tell you what O-level is, as it is the title of the story, title of the chapter. So let me tell you what O-level is. So O-level is a German examination which was arranged in the prison for Evans. And where was the prison? The name of the prison was HM Prison, Oxford. Okay, so now let us see the summary of the story. So Evans Tries an O-level summary is going to assist students in understanding this chapter in an easy manner. How? So this story is about Evans, who was also called the Break. Why he was called the Break? Just because he had tried to escape so many times from the prison. So the people called him the Break. He got this name because he was quite good at breaking out of prisons. However, as Evans was now brought to Oxford prison, it was difficult to pull off such stunts. Oxford prison had very strict officers and assistants. Thus, this time Evans decides to take a long way to escape this prison. So in the story, we learn about his attempt to break through using a very clever plan. He even includes his friends and befriends other people on the way to accomplish his mission. Basically, he uses an O-level exam to try and break out, which is why this exam carries importance. Further, we learn about the wit of the criminal and how it helps him escape. So this was a short introduction, you can say short summary of this story. Now let us come to the deep summary of the story. So the story Evans Tries an O level begins with a criminal named Evans. Evans is already famous for breaking out from many prisons, thus he is now at Oxford prison. We see that the secretary of the examination board gets a call from HM prison's governor. He learns that Ivan has begun with night classes in O level German. Thus, he wishes to get an academic qualification. So, they all make the necessary arrangements for the same. On inquiry, they learn Evans has no record of violence, instead, he is rather amusing. Finally, they decide to host the exam in Evans' room and send for an invigilator from St. Mary Mag's. The governor is very vigilant throughout as he knows what Evans is capable of pulling off. Thus, the authorities do their best to help Evans excel at the exam. They hire a German tutor for him. He teaches Evans for 6 months and Ivan even befriends him during that time. The tutor wishes him luck but feels that he does not stand a chance to clear the exam. However, Evans tells him that he may surprise everybody. Thus, the day of the exam arrives and his cell is being inspected now. The officers take away anything that he may use to injure himself or others also. They try to take the hat away, but Evans insists, saying it is his lucky charm. Moreover, they also bugged Evans' cell for the governor to listen through everything. They searched the invigilator and then he reaches his cell to carry out the examination. So now an officer kept peeping in the cell to make sure everything was alright. The exam executes without any trouble and Stephen escorts the invigilator out to the main gate. In Evans' cell, they find out that the invigilator is lying injured. They went in search of Evans but find out that he has escaped prison. Moreover, when they do not find the invigilator in the hospital, they go to visit his residence. They reach there to find out that it was a fraud. Finally, the governor puts together the missing pieces of the puzzle. He learns that the invigilator was Evans' friend and he swapped places with him and fooled everyone. They immediately go to the hotel where Evans was staying and capture him. The governor becomes happy thinking his game is over and sends him to a prison van. However, Evans manages to pull off one last stunt as the prison officer and prison van were also part of his plan. Finally, he becomes a free man. So this was all about the story. I have already explained you this story in very detailed form in live class, in online class. So read the chapter once again. If it is not clear, I have also sent you a video of it before. So you can see to it also. The story would be much clearer from that. So that's all for today's video. Until the next video, keep learning and keep recalling. Thank you.